Hello from Vietnam. We are in Ho Chi Minh City, which is also known as Saigon. And today we will explore the local cuisine. To tell the truth, I am so excited because I have heard a lot of Vietnamese food and I hope it will be so tasty. So let's start. The first dish which I want to try in Vietnam, of course, legendary iconic soup pho. I think even those who have never been in this country heard about it because it is quite popular now all over the world. I saw in the city center of Ho Chi Minh there are a lot of small food stalls where local people enjoy this soup in the evening, in the morning, all over the day. But now we are in a district 2. This district is known by its modern development. Here are more foreigners and middle and upper class Vietnamese residents. So in this district, fancy restaurants are more popular than small food stalls, and because of it we will go to try the pho in one of such restaurants. Pho is Vietnamese noodle soup with beef and widely believed to have originated in northern Vietnam in the early 20th century. Then many northerners moved southward, taking their culinary traditions, including pho, with them. This led to the spread of pho throughout Vietnam, so now it is possible to find this soup in the majority of cafes or food stalls in each city of the country. So here I have pho soup. It is served with soybean sprouts. I think that is sweet Thai basil or something like this. Chili, lime, and 2 sauces. As I know, it should be hoisin sauce and chili sauce. In pho bo, I see noodles, quite flavorful and clear broth, pieces of meat. I ordered pho with beef. It is also sometimes made with chicken, or I also read that sometimes in some restaurants you can find vegetarian versions of pho. And here also pieces of green onion. I think I should add maybe first of all sprouts here, some basil. I want to try the broth itself because I know that it is a very important part of this soup. It cooked for many hours, even all over the night. So because of it, it should have so meaty taste and so strong taste. Yes, it is a little salty, really very strong meat taste, and it is so clear, as you can see. Now I want to try the meat. Here are not so many slices, but I do not know how many of them should be. Meat is very tender. I thought it will be chewy, but no, it is so tender, a little salty, but good balance.
This girl now committing a very big criminal because she don't put the meat or the sauce things in this best one sauce, because you know it's the same as in Beijing duck. So it's the best sauce in the world. So she's eating her food without adding sauce. So she's crazy. She's committing a criminal, very criminal.
I wanted first of all to try the soup without any sauces to understand the real taste of the broth, of the meat, without any sauces and seasonings. Also want to try noodles. Maybe it is the rice noodles. Tasty, tender, quite plain, but with salt. Now I think it is time to add the sauces. Yes, it's hoisin sauce. And the second one, yeah, it is chili. Oh, so spicy chili. But I think a little spiciness will be good for the soup. So because of it, I will add a little of chili sauce and a little of hoisin sauce. I even want to try with pieces of hoisin sauce because it is really very tasty, I know. so good. This is the first dish which I try in Vietnam, and it is wonderful. I hope the all dishes in this cuisine will be such good like this. And let it be a little sourness. I will add the lime. I think I can add everything here and it will be tasty because the soup is really, really very good. What is interesting, I read in the internet that in southern part of Vietnam, this soup should have more sweet taste than in the north part of the country. And now we are in Ho Chi Minh City. This is one of the most southern city all over the Vietnam. But I cannot say that it has a very sweet taste and maybe a little, but if I will compare it with Thai soup, for what, tom yum, yeah, it really has quite sweet taste, but this soup, no, I cannot say that it is sweet. The portion, as you can see, was so big I couldn't finish it all, and after such meal I didn't feel hungry until the evening. The price for pho in this place was 90,000 dong, but during my trip in Vietnam I also tried this soup in simple food stalls and street cafes, and it usually was cheaper. Considering the portion size and the richness of the dish, I think it is quite affordable. I came to the next place to try more tasty, as I hope, Vietnamese food. This is street market, however, it is not the local street market, not even local, authentic Vietnamese street market, because it is quite modern. Here a lot of foreigners and a lot of different food from all over the world. But I think it is still possible to try here something traditional Vietnamese. This market is located in the District 1. This is actually the center of Ho Chi Minh City. And here a lot of the different landmarks from the period when Vietnam was the French colony. And because of it, it is quite popular touristic place, as I said. The market is quite clean, modern, and really offers a good choice of local delights, from fresh seafood and traditional buns to appetizers with rice paper and noodle dishes. Some Western cuisines are also available here, like Italian, Greek, Mexican, and so on. I decided to try Vietnamese appetizer spring rolls. Originally they are called cha gio. Actually, I have tried this dish a lot of times and in different countries, but didn't know before that it is traditional Vietnamese appetizer. Now I know it. So from which ingredients are usually made spring rolls? They fill them with some kind of protein. For example, I have fresh spring rolls and have deep fried spring rolls. In fresh I see shrimps and some kind of meat. I think it is pork. And here I ordered with chicken. Also they add some green ingredients like salad, maybe some vegetables, I'm not sure, maybe it is green onion, and the rice noodles. And of course, it is all wrapped in a rice paper. Here is not fried rice paper and here is fried rice paper, but I also thought that this kind of spring rolls, which are fried, should be made from another kind of rice paper, but I do not see any differences between them, except of course of frying. And they also serve this appetizer with sauce. The smell is like fried onion, because inside I see fried onion and also peanut, if I'm not wrong. But I also read in different articles that they made this sauce from fish sauce, but I do not feel the smell of fish sauce. It is strange because usually the smell of this fish sauce is so strong. So let's try. Very delicious. I feel the strong flavor of some herbs. Maybe it is Thai basil or something like this. The noodles inside are a little salty, and it is good because the rice paper in which the rolls are wrapped is quite plain, good, very tasty, and when you eat this appetizer, you feel that you eat something very healthy because here only healthy, fresh ingredients for people who like healthy food. It is wonderful choice to get closer to Vietnamese cuisine. And what about fried spring rolls? I want to eat them by sticks because I see they are quite fatty and my hands will be in the oil. If these spring rolls were quite plain, these are full of different tastes. First of all, of course, I feel the taste of oil because they are fried and they add a lot of oil. Secondly, I feel the strong flavor of fried, maybe stewed cabbage and quite salty chicken, maybe in some marinade. And also inside is quite plain rice noodles. And also want to try these spring rolls with sauce. Maybe the sauce is needed because they are quite plain, comparing with the second one with fried. Yes, sauce gives them more flavor. The sauce itself is a little salty, a little sweet taste. I also feel not spicy at all. Good. Sauce is good balances with the quite plain spring rolls, fresh spring rolls. I also ordered the drink which was called in menu whole coconut wine. I thought that they will add the simple wine inside the coconut, but no, it is something like coconut liqueur by taste. Quite sweety, more strong than standard wine, but tasty. I didn't see something like this in another country, maybe like only liqueurs, but in such serving, it is very interesting.
By the way, the choice of alcoholic drinks in Vietnam is extensive and price is quite affordable compared to some other countries in Southeast Asia. For example, here at the street market there is a separate stall with a huge variety of cocktails and just next to it is a stall with different beers. Moreover, according to some ratings, beer in Vietnam is one of the cheapest in the world. However, I am not a beer lover, so I can't say if the price for it is really low. So let's return to food. As I mentioned before, Vietnam was a French colony many years ago, so the influence of France also left its mark in local cuisine. For example, in Vietnam you can easily find tasty and fresh bread that is not typical for Asia but standard for Europe. In almost every supermarket it is possible to buy aromatic pastries, and throughout the city, at least Saigon, there are many bakeries and pastry shops that remind French boulangeries. In addition, one of the Vietnamese traditional dishes partly consists of baguette.
And one more popular Vietnamese street food or even dish, it is Banh Mi, Vietnamese sandwich. To tell the truth, I was so surprised when I saw that people in the streets, in street food stalls, sell classic French baguettes. And then I understand that it is the fusion of French and Vietnamese cuisine, because Vietnam was the colony of France many years ago. It is made with different fillings. I ordered with chicken, as I also know they put their vegetables, maybe pate, and except chicken, it can be made with fish, with pork, with beef maybe, but I didn't saw. And of course it can be vegetarian. The smell is so good. Meaty taste, maybe grilled chicken taste. Of course, French baguette taste. It is so crispy outside and so tender, so good inside, like in France. And I want to try because this looks so appetizing. The bread is wonderful and the filling is so tasty. First of all, I feel the taste of chicken, but it is not the whole piece of chicken. It is small slices, or I do not know how to call them, of chicken, and they are so flavorful, quite salty. I think it was made, or maybe fried or grilled in some tasty marinade. Also, I see here vegetables. It is cucumber and I see it is cabbage. I think it is cabbage, and the combination is wonderful because vegetables give some freshness to this sandwich. And also pate, I do not know from which kind of meat it made, but it is also tasty. And to enhance more flavor, they also add here fried onion. It is also crispy and it is tasty. And some kind of greens, maybe coriander or parsley, I'm not sure. And of course the bread itself is so wonderful. All in all, so good. Like in France, but Vietnamese variation of sandwich. It is really good. I can eat it every day with different fillings, different meat, different vegetables. Wonderful. It is exactly what is worth to try here in Vietnam. Let's remember that we are in Asia, and of course the main product here is rice. And in Vietnam, of course, there are some dishes made from this product, and one of them we will go to try, and it will be quite unusual because the type of rice which they use in this dish is so interesting. So let's go and see by ourselves. And beside me you can see the party in Vietnamese style.
I decided to try Vietnamese rice dish in street cafe where the locals usually have a meal. The interior here is quite simple, a lot of small wood tables and chairs, fans and paper calendars on the walls. Just in front of the cafe the man is grilling meat for the dish called com tam, which means broken rice in English.
So why this dish is called broken rice or com tam in Vietnamese? Because for it they use the fragments of standard long-grained rice. And what we also have, rice with some condiments. Here we have pork, this most traditional kind of this dish. Maybe you can find the variations with chicken or with some different kind of meat, but here we have the pork, grilled pork, and it is the most traditional, as I know. Fried egg, some vegetables, I think it is cucumber, also steamed vegetables, I see here carrot and something like cabbage. And they also serve it with the broth with vegetables inside. And on the table you can also find some spicy elements like chili pepper and chili sauce. So let's try it. The rice is plain, nothing special, even without the salt, I think. What about cucumbers? Good fresh cucumbers. I think they will give some kind of freshness, fresh flavors for all of this dish. Then fried egg. Egg is good, quite fatty, and the pork, didn't cut. Tasty. I feel the smoky flavor, good balance of salt. It is not spicy at all, and it is also was cooked maybe hour ago, maybe 2 hours ago, because it is cold, but good, tasty. And I also want to try this broth. The broth is good. I think it is made even not with meat. I think it is made from vegetables, because I do not feel the meaty taste and do not feel any taste of some spices. Just quite light vegetables broth. I do not know for what is it. Maybe I should put some rice inside the broth and then eat it, or haven't got any idea. All in all, dish is good, but I cannot say that there is something unusual in flavors. I see some similarities in it with Indonesian nasi campur, with Malaysian nasi lemak, but the rice itself differs. I have never seen the rice like this before because, as I said, it is the small fragments of standard long-grained rice. It is also without the salt, without the spices, because I think to make maybe the plain base for all the tastes which you then have feel in this dish. The pork is good, quite smoky, and the all elements balance is quite good with each other.
Vietnam is one of the world's largest producers of Robusta coffee beans, so this aromatic beverage is an integral part of Vietnamese culture. In numerous coffee shops, it is possible to find various coffee drinks, such as iced coffee, drip coffee, coffee with condensed milk, and so on. I decided to try one of the most interesting, in my opinion, beverage. It is egg coffee.
As I know, it was firstly invented in Hanoi in 1940s, and even the place where we are now called Little Hanoi. Why it is called egg coffee? Because this sweet cream on the top is made by whipping egg yolks and the sweet condensed milk. So, because of it, it has so fluffy, so creamy texture, and it should be sweet because condensed milk is sweet. Here we also have the recommendations about how to dry egg coffee. First of all, they say that you need to try a little of this cream on the top, then try the coffee, which is on the lower part of this cup, and then mix it all and drink it. So let's try. The texture is so tender. I feel not only sweet taste but also a little vanilla taste. So good, so creamy, so fluffy. Let's try the coffee itself, which is on the lower part of the cup. The coffee itself is really strong, I think more strong than you can find in other countries. Maybe it is some special kind of coffee, I'm not sure. And I mixed it all and want to try the cream with coffee after mixing. Good combination. A little sweet taste, of course, a little bitterness, and a little fatness. Very interesting experience. I think it is necessary to try in Vietnam because I do not know where else you can find such interesting variation of coffee. I even can say that it is not just coffee, it is like dessert. So good and unusual.
As for me, Vietnamese cuisine is one of the most delicious in Southeast Asian region. Its diverse and rich culinary tradition that has been influenced by various cultures, including Chinese, French, and Asian. Sometimes Vietnamese dishes can shock with non-standard ingredients like snails or frogs, but most of the food impresses with its fresh and vibrant flavors. I hope I will later have an opportunity to visit other Vietnamese cities, but now I am going to the next country. Bye bye!